I'm here in London. So what if everything you've been told about changing your life is incomplete? And what if the real reason you feel stuck is not because you lack ability, because you are living inside an environment that quietly shapes your thoughts every single day? And most people believe that changing your destiny is about working harder, more effort, more discipline, more strategies. But what if that is not the core problem? And what if the real question is this: who or what is shaping your mind right now? Because whether you realize it or not, every environment you stay in, every conversation you listen to, every piece of content you consume is slowly building the structure of your thinking. And your thinking becomes your decisions. Your decisions becomes your life. So if your environment never changes, how can your destiny ever truly change? And this is where something very simple but very powerful enters the picture. Not technology, not motivation, not success tactics, but something much quieter, something ancient, something that has shaped human consciousness for thousands of years: literature. Not just reading for information, but reading that changes how you see yourself, how you see the world, and how you choose to live. Because sometimes it doesn't take a huge opportunity to change your life. It takes one idea, maybe one sentence, one moment of clarity that shifts everything. From my experience, one book, two important books changed my, the whole path of my entire life. So tonight here, because why I say tonight, because I'm in the Oxford in the UK. So tonight, that's exactly what we are going to explore. And again, our live stream is mainly about the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the works by the Chinese writer, Mr. Xuemo. If you're new here, please subscribe our channel. It's a place for growth. Hi, Hammond. Hello, welcome. I'm here, good blessing from China and from the Oxford. I'm in the Oxford. We are attending the Oxford Festival, Literary Festival, and Mr. Xuemo was invited to give a speech during the Oxford Literary Festival. So please subscribe our channel and follow up. So if you're interested in literature and ancient culture, spirituality, and the lives in the Western China, you can subscribe our channel. This is a place for growth. It's about inner peace, inner strength, spirituality. And Mr. Xuemo has written over 80. Hi. Mr. Xuemo has written over 80 titles with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. That's why Mr. Xuemo was invited to the Oxford Literary Festival to give a speech. Actually, before this speech, we also been invited in 4 different universities in London to give the dialogue in the University of Bristol, the University of Bath, the University of London. Yes. Oh, Kartikeya, you're in Shanghai. So are you Chinese or are you foreigner but now visit Shanghai? Welcome. Hamlin, yes, of course. Leave your message, leave your question here. Okay, Nicole, thank you for your support. Yes, and if you are new here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, Kartik, you are from Tokyo, Japan, and you are visiting China. I'm from China, and I'm now visiting the UK, the United Kingdom, and I'm now in Oxford. Hannon, thank you for your kind words. So, you know me, Kartikeya. This is, yes. We are in the hotel, yes. Hi, Kartik. Hello. So if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. And tonight, I want to begin with a question. Have you ever walked into a bookstore and suddenly felt like you stepped into another world? Not a place to buy books, but a place where stories are waiting for you, where every shelf feels like a quiet conversation between you and something deeper inside you. Also, many new friends here. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you. Good blessing from China and blessing from the United Kingdom. Hi, Sean. How's Oxford? Very impressive. Thank you. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you. How's the United Kingdom? Thank you. Yes. Okay. Thank you for. So Hamlin, have you subscribed our channel? If you are new here, please subscribe channel. Hi TX Paradance, hello. So if this is your first time here, this channel is where we don't just talk about books. We talk about how books can change your life. So before we begin, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and stay with us for this journey. Because tonight we are not just sharing a story, we are inside one. And today is a very special day for us. Hi, Salva, hello. Yes, Kartik, we are here for 1 month, yes. Because we were attending the London Book Fair, then we were invited to give speech in 4 different universities. And the final step is here in the Oxford Literary Festival, and Mr. Xuemo also been invited to give a speech in the Oxford University. Yes, so today was a very special day for us. We are currently here in Oxford for the Oxford Literary Festival, and I want to share something important with you. On March the 29th, writer Xuemo has been officially invited to speak at a dialogue event held at Magdalen College in the Oxford University. And this is one of the most historic colleges in University of Oxford. And the conversation will be with Polly Silk, a senior lecturer in publishing. This is not just an event, this is a moment where Eastern wisdom meets Western academia, where literature becomes a bridge between cultures, between hearts, between ways of seeing the world. Hi, Carty. Shanghai is a nice place. If you, so you are visiting China, if you are more interested in modern cities, then I will recommend like Shanghai, Beijing, Hangzhou, and if you are more to that different cultures that they are totally different from the city life, then you should go to Western China, like Tibet, like Yunnan, the Shangri-La, and I will recommend Sichuan, the minority. Yes, the minority. Yes, their life is quite different than us. Yes, even we are the same. We are same in China, but the cultures are totally different. So, so it depends on you. Yes. Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, Tibet, Xinjiang, and Yunnan. These places I will highly recommend if you really want to meet a different culture and different landscape, different lifestyle from the modern life. Because I have traveled a lot of places since the age of 18. I traveled all around China, and I traveled many countries. I see that the economic cities are like very same, very similar. But when you go some far distance places in that country, the culture will be totally different. Hi, Batman. I'm from China, and now I'm in Oxford, in United States. Oh, Hannon, you are considering to China also for travel. So if you like academic atmosphere, you should go to the Beijing University and Tsinghua University and go to the Great Wall. Very historic. For me, I will go to something like Tibet. You don't need a tourist exact location for those places like Tibet. You just go there, anywhere you can feel the totally different atmosphere. Yes. Are you studying at Oxford? No. Actually, Mr. Xuemo was invited to Oxford to give a speech here, so he will have a dialogue on March the 29th. And today, yes, I've been to Beijing for many, many times. I can't even remember. Beijing is a very friendly city, and maybe because of it is, the capital of China, so the cost there is very low. Maybe the government is so care for for us. So in the capital of China, actually the living cost is the lowest. I'm from the southeast of China, and we are a very economic city. So when I visit Beijing, I say, wow, so cheap. All these things are so cheap. The cost is very low. So Xiong Kun, hello, welcome. You live in Shanghai. Then the living cost is pretty high, maybe the highest in China. Yes, I've been to Shanghai for maybe nearly 100 times because it is very near to my hometown, Zhejiang. So I'm very familiar with Shanghai. Yes. Hi, Guevara. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel if you're new here. Oh, you have some friends from Peking University. Oh, this is a top class university in China. Oh, you fall in love in China when you the first time facing China. Well, glad to hear that. Hi, Sci-Fi. Hello. Interesting question. Hello. So let me share my journey with you in the UK. Okay. Would you get arrested and criticized? No. So today we went to a very special place in Oxford, the Blackwell's Bookshop. If you have never heard of Blackwell's, let me tell you what it feels like. It's not just a bookstore, it feels like a quiet universe. You walk in and the noise of the world slowly disappears. There are layers of shelves, rooms connected to rooms, and even underground halls filled with books. Every corner feels alive. And something amazing happened. When we checked their system, Xuemo's books are already there, already inside their catalog, already part of this space. That moment felt very real. Not just we brought books here, but the books have arrived. Xiongkun Shihua is 9 kilometers from Zhejiang border. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. I'm not come here with the traveling group, but we are here with Xuemo. We have Xuemo's team. I'm Xuemo's team. So we are bringing Xuemo's works to the world, whether it is by the online way, like doing the live stream, or we are attending the international book fairs like London Book Fair and Frankfurt Book Fair and Guadalajara International Book Fair and Mexico Book Fair. Actually, I went to Peking University to attend a coding conference. The students were highly disciplined. Of course, that is the top class of university in China. Yeah. So if you are new here, please subscribe our channel. So we also had very meaningful conversation today with the Blackwell's bookshop, with the staff members, with people working in the store, and also with those involved in the planning and curation. Hi, so many new friends here. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you. Good blessing from China and from Oxford. We are here in Oxford. So please subscribe our channel and follow us with your inner growth, and also maybe you can see the world through a different way from our channel in a more literary view. So with the staff members in Blackwell's bookshop, with people working in the store, there was one staff member at the counter, very kind, very warm, who recommended us to speak with someone named and Paul, it was incredibly welcoming. He accepted the books, placed them carefully, and helped us connect further. Sometimes these small human moments are more powerful than big events. Because literature does not enter a country through announcements, it enters quietly, through people, through conversations, through trust. So, and today something else stayed with me, a poem printed on a simple cultural tote bag, a poem about the books, about bookstores, about places like Blackwell's. So after reading the message, I will read a part of the poem for you. Yes, now it is the time. Now in London, in the UK, it is 9:30 p.m. and it is 5:30 China time. Hi, Batman. Your English plain and simple and easy to understand. It was nice to chat with you, sister. Thank you for your kind words. Please subscribe and give me some likes. Oh, you have graduated, Kartik, from the Korean university. Good to hear that. Yes, I'm in Oxford, Trevor, in Oxford, in the UK, yes. Hello, I should happy and health life ahead. Thank you. Hi, to the new friends here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. So let me read a part of the poem to you. Let me see the poem. The poem. Okay, the poem from the tote on the Blackwell's bookshop. I seek few treasures except books, the tools of those celestial souls the world calls fools. Happy the morning giving time to stop, an hour at once in Basil Blackwell's shop, there in the broad within whose bookie house half of England's scholars nibble books or browse. Where are they when the blessed fortune theirs? Books to the ceiling, other books upstairs, books doublers in the cellar and behind, romantic bays where iron ladders wind, and in odd nooks sometimes in little shelves, Lintels and Townsend's calf-bound dainty trough. John Masefield. So this poem is not really about a bookstore, it's about something deeper. A bookstore is one of the last places in modern world where you are allowed to slow down, where you are not pushed to scroll, not pushed to react, not pushed to consume quickly. Instead, you are invited to stay, to listen, to meet yourself. So in a way, a bookstore like Blackwell's is the opposite of modern life. Modern life is fast, loud, and restless, but a bookstore is quiet, deep, and patient. And this is exactly why we need literature more than ever. Because books are not just information, they are tools for awakening. They are mirrors. They don't tell you what to think, they help you see yourself. And this is why Xuemo's works are so important in this moment. Because they don't just tell stories, they open a space where you can ask, who am I? What is real? What is freedom? And what is love? Have you think about these questions? So, oh, Trevor, welcome to England. I'm in a beautiful city. Yes, exactly. Trevor, where are you? Where are you? Are you in London or Oxford or anywhere? If you like book, Blackwell. We just visited Blackwell's today. Hi, Trevor. We just visited the Blackwell's today because we are invited Manchester. So is it close to the Oxford? Because we will have, Mr. Xuemo will have a speech on March the 29th in the Oxford University. If you get a chance, you can come to attend the dialogue. Yes. And don't forget to subscribe us, Trevor. So today, standing inside Blackwell's, seeing the books there, talking to people, and preparing for the Oxford event, it didn't feel like a promotion. It felt like something beginning. And maybe this is how change always happens, not loudly, not all at once, but quietly, book by book, conversation by conversation, and heart by heart. Oh, it's about 3 hours. 3 hours travel. Oh, it's not near. So if you are interested, you can. Not me, but Mr. Xuemo. Like our channel, the channel's name is the author's name, Xuemo, Xuemo. Who is Xuemo? Xuemo has written over 80 titles and have been in with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. And his works are, there are different forms of his works, like the novels. And the novels are mainly about the faith, love, hate, and the Western life in China. And also there are the forms of spiritual essays. It's about the mind, changing your mind, changing your destiny, those things about spirituality. It's about the spiritual yoga series. And also there are spiritual novels, also, and poems, and even long epic poems. Yes. And the topic will be, actually we just finished several dialogues in 4 different universities in London. And all these topics are very similar. To reclaim the throne of your heart. It is about master your mind and master your destiny. And it is about how the literature can elevate the human civilization dimension. Oh, I'm Joanna. And representing Xuemo's team. So, and this brings us to something deeper. Why in a world that is more advanced than ever, more connected than ever, more technologically powerful than ever, and do people feel more lost? Why do people feel more anxious, more disconnected, more empty? We have more information than any generation before us, but somehow we understand ourselves less. We can communicate instantly across continents, but we struggle to connect, even with the people sitting next to us. And this is exactly why modern people need literature more than ever. Because literature is not just about knowledge, it is about meaning, it is about helping us return to something we have slowly lost, our inner world. Yes, Joanna, 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 yes. Hi, Hammer. About the Peking University, you can Google it. I'm not so, I'm not, I don't know much about Peking University. I just know this is a top class university in China. So to the new friends here, please subscribe our channel. Good blessing from China, good blessing from the UK. We are here in Oxford. So in today's world, everything is fast. We scroll, we react, we consume, but we rarely pause. We rarely reflect. We rarely ask, what am I really feeling? What am I really searching for? What is the direction of my life? And the literature is one of the very few things that invites us to slow down, to sit with ourselves, to listen, not to noise, but to truth. Listen to the truth. That needs a very calm mind, but not the knowledgeable thinking. So, and this is where Xuemo's works become especially powerful, because his books are not just stories, they are journeys. They take you from the surface of life into something deeper, from confusion into clarity, from suffering into awareness. Hannah, I'm from China. I'm Chinese, and now we are in the UK, yes. And when you read Xuemo, you are not just reading about characters, you are reading about yourself. You begin to see your own fears, your own attachments, your own desires, and slowly you begin to understand them. And this is something modern society cannot easily give you, because society often teaches us how to succeed, but very rarely how to understand ourselves. This is why I always say literature is not a luxury, it is a necessary. Hi, little flower. You are from German. Welcome. And we attend the Frankfurt Book Fair every year, and it has been lasting for 6 years. Every year we are attending the Frankfurt Book Fair, and I hope to see you in October. We will be attending the Frankfurt Book Fair. Hi, Sarah. Hello, welcome to the new friends here. Please subscribe our channel. Hi, and give me some likes for support. Thank you so much. Without inner clarity, no amount of external success will ever feel enough. You can have money, you can have status, you can have recognition, but if your inner world is chaotic, you will still feel lost. And this is exactly the space Xuemo's works are speaking to. They are not trying to entertain you, they are trying to awaken you. They carry something very rare, a kind of wisdom that does not come from theory, but from lived experience, from deep reflection, from a lifelong search for truth. And this is why we see something very important. Xuemo's works have the power to elevate the dimension of human consciousness. Hi, Hamden. Glad to hear that. Thank you for your kind words. I think I should take a picture here. I'm so glad to hear that. Okay. Hello. So, speaking about Xuemo's work, have the power to elevate the dimension of human consciousness, not in an abstract way, but in a very real, personal way. When you begin to see clearly, your reactions change. When your reactions change, your choices change. When your choices change, your life changes. And when many people begin to change in this way, this is how civilization evolves. So literature, real literature, is not just about individual growth, it is about the evolution of humanity itself. And if you are someone who feels a little lost, a little overwhelmed, or even just curious about something deeper in life, then I truly recommend you explore Xuemo's works. And you can find these books on Amazon and also on our official store, shop.xuemo.com. And start with any book. There is no right order because the journey is always your own. But once you begin, you may realize something surprising. You were not looking for a book, you're looking for a way to understand yourself. And maybe that is what literature has always been, not an escape from life, but a way back to it. And this brings us to a very important question. If literature is so powerful, if books can awaken us, if wisdom can change the way we see the world, then why is it that so many people read, but their lives do not change? Why do some people read dozens of books but still feel stuck in the same patterns, the same emotions, the same struggles? And why do a small number of people encounter a book and something inside them shifts completely? The difference is not in the book, the difference is in the environment. Because real reading is not just about consuming words, it is about allowing those words to enter your life, to challenge you, to reshape you, to stay with you. And for that to happen, you need more than a book. You need a space, you need an atmosphere, you need what we call a conscious environment. And this is something that Xuemo has been advocating for many years. Not just reading books alone, but building reading communities. In China today, there are tens of thousands of readers who are part of Xuemo reading groups in different cities, in different spaces, sometimes in small rooms, sometimes in quiet corners of cafes, sometimes even online. People gather not in large crowds, but in small circles, 3 people, 5 people, maybe 10. And every week, we read together, we share, we reflect, and listen. And something very subtle begins to happen. Because when you read alone, your understanding is limited by your own perspective. But when you read with others, you begin to see what you could not see before. One sentence can open 10 different meanings. One story can reveal 10 different lives. And suddenly the book becomes alive. But more importantly, you begin to feel something that is very rare in modern life, a sense of direction. Because most people today are surrounded by noise, social media, opinions, comparisons, endless distractions, and without realizing it, this environment shapes their thinking, shapes their emotions, shapes like our choices. And over time, The life becomes a result of that environment. And this is something we often don't notice. We think we are making free choices, but in reality, we are deeply influenced by what surrounds us. So this is why one of the most powerful ideas in Xuemo's work is this: if you cannot change your past, you can still change your environment. Hi, Hannah, thanks for your kind words. So our content and our live stream is very meaningful, and you are learning a lot through our channel and content. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you. In Sarah, yes, I'm Chinese, and please subscribe our channel if you're new here. Thank you. If you're new here, please subscribe our channel. I'm Chinese. I'm now in the Oxford in the UK. We are invited to attend the Oxford Literary Festival. So, speaking about the environment, so you are shaped by your surrounding. So we cannot choose where we were born. We cannot choose our original family. We cannot choose the conditions we start with. But we can choose what we expose ourselves to from this moment on. And this choice is the beginning of changing your destiny. Because environment is not just a physical, it is mental, it is emotional, it is energetic. The best food, I don't know. It depends on personal character. Shine. Hello, listen, very cool. Hi, Sunny. Hello, Blink. Xuemo, yes, Xuemo. Jenny, you are very smart, very nice English, very with wisdom, and you are pretty. Thank you, Trevor. Hi, Jetting, Mason, Little Flower. Hello, welcome. And if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. So, environment is not just a physical. It is emotional, it is mental, it is energetic. So if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, complaints, fear, or superficial distractions, then even if you want to grow, it becomes very difficult. But if you intentionally place yourself in a different environment, an environment of reflections, of sincerity, of depth, of shared growth, then slowly your inner world begins to change. Like us, our channel, it is about self-growth, inner peace, spirituality. So if you spend time of your daily life on our channel, something deeply will happen. And this is exactly what a reading group creates, and it is exactly what our channel creates. It is not just a place to read, it is a space where people remind each other of something higher, something deeper, something more meaningful. And over time, this space becomes a kind of shelter, a place where you can return when the world feels chaotic, a place where you can reconnect with yourself, a place where you can remember what truly matters. And this is why these small reading groups, though they may seem simple, are actually very powerful. Because they are not just reading groups, they are seeds of a different way of living, seeds of awareness, seeds of transformation. And when these seeds are planted consistently, week after week, conversation after conversation, they begin to grow, not in a dramatic way, not overnight, but quietly, deeply. And one day you realize something has changed. The way you react to difficulties, the way you see other people, the way you understand yourself, and you are still living in the same world, the same house, same friends, but you are no longer the same person. And this is what it means to truly change your destiny, not by force, not by chasing external success, but by transforming your inner foundation. And this is why I truly believe if you want to change your life, don't just read alone. Create a space, find people, find some friends, and start small. Even if it's just 2 or 3 people, even if it's just once a week, even if it's just one chapter at a time. Because what matters is not how fast you go, but whether you stay in the right direction. And Xuemo's works are especially suitable for this kind of journey because they are not meant to be rushed, they are meant to be experienced, discussed, reflected on. Hi, let me see the message. Is it is me, I'm speaking education. Hi Trevor, of course, I will recommend the book, The World is a Reflection of Your Mind by Xuemo. You can check it on Amazon for this book, The Reflection of the Mind. The World is a Reflection of Your Mind. You can either search for the title of the book, or you can search Xuemo, Xuemo. The world is a reflection of your mind. Yes, it works. Thank you, little flower. Yes, I'm having a fantastic time here in Oxford. The whole Oxford really impressed me. Yes, it's really hard to find the true friends. Yes. So each reading can reveal something new. Each conversation can open a new layer. And this is why so many readers in China have continued these reading groups for years. Not because they have to, but because they feel the difference. They feel that this environment is helping them become a better version of themselves. And if you are listening tonight, you don't have to wait. You don't have to have everything ready. You can begin from where you are. Pick a book, especially Xuemo's book, because the books between different authors have very big difference. Even the greatest authors' work, but in Xuemo's work, there is a very special energy in his book. So pick a Xuemo's book, invite a friend, set a time, create a space, and let that space become something secret. Because in the world that is constantly pulling you outward, you need something that brings you back inward. And literature, especially works like Xuemo's, can become that anchor. You can find these books on Amazon or through our official store, shop.xuemo.com. But more importantly, don't just read them. Live with them. Share them. Let them grow inside a community, because a single book can change a person, but shared environment can change a life. What about this idea? How's this idea? Leave your message. Hi, hi, Jatin. Hi, Hammond, Varesh, Valuable. Welcome. Please subscribe our channel and give me some likes for support. Thank you so much. Okay, how to get rich. First, I think there is an old saying in Chinese culture that never pursuit, never chase for money, but you know, the wealth is like a merit, a merit. And if you want to get richer consciously, then first to give, then it will return. So the basic core of getting rich is to give first, then you will get it return. That is the rule of the universe, believe it or not. Trevor, of course I love reading. Reading is my favorite. That is why we are here in Xuemo's team, because Xuemo is a writer who already have gained the international recognition. Xuemo has written over 80 titles with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. Hi, hello Guna. Hello, your name is from the Nepal, Sukadik. Hi Jiting. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel if you are new here. So, speaking about Nepal, I will recommend another book, The Holy Monk and the Spiritual Woman, or Love Letters from the Goddess by Xuemo. Love Letters from the Goddess. This book is the goddess from the Nepal. You know, in Nepal there is goddess. You know that? I read Chinese. It is easier for me, but I can understand English. But most of the time I will also read Chinese books. Hi David, we are sharing Xuemo's works to the world. And speaking about Xuemo's books, actually this brings us to something even deeper, not just about individuals, not just about reading, but about something much larger. Xuemo's works, Xuemo's mindology, Xuemo's philosophy. It is about civilization itself. Because when we talk about progress today, we often think of technology. We think of faster communication, more powerful systems, greater efficiency. We think of innovation, but very rarely do we ask a more important question. Has human consciousness evolved at the same speed? Because if technology moves forward, but consciousness does not, then what we create may become more powerful, but not more meaningful. And this is one of the quiet crises of our time. We are living in an age where external advancement has reached incredible heights, but internally many people feel lost, disconnected, confused, searching. And this is where literature becomes essential, because literature is one of the few forces in human history that directly shapes consciousness. It does not build machines, it builds awareness. It does not change the external world immediately, it changes how we perceive it. And perception is where everything begins, because how we see the world determines how we act in it. How we act determines what kind of a society we create, and what kind of a society we create becomes our civilization. So we want to talk about the evolution of civilization. We must talk about the evolution of civilization. We must talk about the evolution of consciousness. And this evolution does not happen through force. It does not happen through control. It happens through awakening. And literature, real literature, is one of the most powerful tools for that awakening. Because when you read deeply, you begin to see beyond your own perspective. You begin to understand different lives, different struggles, different truths, and slowly your world expands. You become less reactive, more aware, more compassionate. And these are not small changes. These are the foundations of a higher level of human existence. Hi, Jating, about your question. I don't know more about it. Hi, Mason. Glad to hear that you read 2 of Xuemo's works in 1 week. Which 2 books? I know that, but let me know again. I think it is Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart and Eternal Love. Am I right? Thank you, David. Hi, Hammond. Oh, Israel. Yeah, this is the fantastic content. Yes, our channel is so different from the other channels. We provide good contents here. Yeah. It takes you 4 days to finish the Eternal Love. Glad to hear that. And any feedback? Any feeling about this book? Okay, I will continue my topic. A more advanced civilization is not just one with better technology. It is one with deeper understanding, and this is exactly what Xuemo's works offer. And they are not limited to storytelling. They are not confined to cultural boundaries. They carry something universal, a kind of inner exploration that speaks to the human condition itself. Through his works, you are invited to examine your own mind, to observe your own thoughts, to question your own assumptions. And this process, this quiet internal observation, is the beginning of consciousness transformation. Because once you begin to see clearly, you are no longer controlled by unconscious patterns. You begin to act with awareness, and when more individuals begin to live this way, society itself begins to shift. Less driven by fear, less driven by blind desire, more guided by understanding. Hi, Mason. 800 pages. Yes, it's a big book. How's Nepal? I don't know, because I'm from China and now I'm in the Oxford in the UK. Hi, Allah. Hi, Mr. Lord. Please subscribe our channel. If you are new here, thank you. Hammond, the most popular work is Eternal Work now, currently, Eternal Love. And so this is how literature contributes to civilization, not loudly, not instantly, but deeply, and over time. And this is why we say something very important. Xuemo's works are not just personal reading, they are part of a larger movement toward a higher level of human consciousness. And this is also why reading should not remain an isolated activity. Because when awareness is shared, it grows. When insights are discussed, they deepen. And when people gather around meaningful ideas, something powerful emerges, a collective evolution. And this is why the reading groups are mentioned earlier. Those small gatherings, those weekly conversations are not just personal practices. They are micro seeds of cultural transformation. Because every time a group of people choose depth over distraction, they are reshaping the direction of consciousness. And when this happens in thousands of places, in different cities, in different countries, it becomes something much bigger. A quiet, global movement, not driven by noise, not driven by trends, but driven by awareness. slow my speaking speed and thank you. Thank you, Mason. So you love Xuemo's works and will keep continue studying, and they have a lot of wisdom, information, and Chinese traditional wisdom. Thank you, Mason. I'm taking the picture of nice messages. Hi, Trevor. I'm not so that important, and I'm not a superstar. I'm just one of Xuemo's team, and we have a lot of hosts here. Yes. Yes, Mason, you should reread Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Actually, I will be reading, I will also read this book again and again. So, right now, and you are listening, are already part of this possibility because the moment you begin to question, the moment you begin to reflect, the moment you begin to seek something deeper, you are already stepping into a different level of consciousness. Just like Mason, he already finished reading 2 of Xuemo's books, and he's considering to reread the book Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart by Xuemo. So for Mason, he is already stepping into a different level of consciousness. And sometimes it takes to begin this journey is one book. So if you feel that something in you is searching for more clarity, more meaning, more understanding, then I truly invite you to explore Xuemo's works. You can find them on Amazon or through our official store, shop.xuemo.com. Start anywhere, start gently, but start. And because transformation does not begin with grand actions, it begins with a shift in awareness. And awareness often begins with a single page. So tonight, we didn't just talk about the books, we talked about something deeper, about how a single idea can change a mind, how a changed mind can change a life, and how changed lives can shape a new kind of civilization. And maybe the future of humanity will not only be written by technology, but by those who choose to understand themselves. And if that is true, then every book you open is not just reading, it is participation. So participation is something greater. So thank you for being here today. Let's start reading Xuemo's works, and let's begin our journey to another level, stepping onto another level of our consciousness. So Xuemo's work, both available on Amazon and our official online shop, shop.xuemo.com. Okay, thank you. Bye for today. Good blessing. Listen, yes, good to hear that. And thank you for all of the new friends here. Please subscribe our channel. Trevor, which book will I recommend? First, you can read Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart by Xuemo. You can search for the title of the book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart, or you can search for Xuemo as Xuemo on Amazon. Yes. Can you type the title of the book and so I can check if it's right? So Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart, and it is about stepping onto another level of your consciousness and master your mind and master your destiny. Okay, these are for my live session today. Thank you for companion. Thank you for your time. This is a place for growth, for inner growth. Okay, Hi, Ash. Hello. Bye. Bye for today. Good blessing.